Sri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. Welcome to our next episode in our complete reading of Srimad Valmiki Ramayana. As I informed in the previous episode, we are at the kaschit sarga or the 100th sarga of Ayodhyakanda in Srimad Ramayana. This is the sarga where Sri Ramachandra teaches Rajaniti in the means of questions. He asks wonderful questions, and in those questions you will understand all Rajaniti that is needed and how a king should rule his kingdom. Since I dwelled on this very much yesterday, I'll just directly get into the sarga and try to do a reading of every shloka of this sarga. Might take us some time. I don't know how many episodes we will have to invest in this, but then I'll try to read every shloka as much as possible so that we all get benefited from the wisdom of our great ancient texts. Jatilam chiravasanam pranjalim patitam bhuvi dadarsa ramo durdarsam yugante bhaskaram yatha. Now Bharata has looked at Sri Ramachandra. How is Sri Ramachandra? He has a jati. He applied the milk of the banyan tree on his head, right? So that has become like a jeta or a jada, and he is wearing narachira, but his tejas is still there. Bharata saw that sort of Sri Ramachandra and he touched his feet. Kadhancha dhabivijnaya vivarna vadanam kursam bhrataram bharatam ramaha parijagraha bahuna. Sri Rama made Bharata rise by catching his shoulders. Agraya ramastam murthi parishvajja ragavaha anke bharatamaropya padyapruchat samahitaha. Sri Ramachandra hugged Bharata. He smelled the aroma of Bharata's hair, which essentially means he touched the forehead and kissed Bharata's forehead, and he made him sit, and then he started asking these questions. Konute bhutpita tata yadaranyam tvamagataha nahitvam jivatastasya vanamagantum arhasi. O Bharata, why did you come to this forest at this particular point of time? Where is Dasharatha Maharaja? If he is alive, you would not have come here. So Sri Ramachandra is already doubting that his father must have left this world, and Bharata is now the de facto ruler of the kingdom. Chirasya vatavaschami durat bharatamagatam dushpratikam aranyesmin kimtata vanamagataha. I saw you from a long distance, but I have realized that you have actually lost a lot of weight. I am able to see you. I am happy for it that I am seeing you, but why did you lose weight? What has happened? Why have you come to the forest? Kaschit dharayate tata rajayat tvimhagataha Kachinna Dina Sahasa Raja Lokantarangataha. Look at the number of times this Kaschit is coming. It will come throughout the sarga. Rama is asking, Sri Ramachandra is asking, you have come here, is Dasharatha Maharaja alive? Or when I was leaving, he was very, very sad. Did he leave the world altogether? Kachit Saumyanate Rajyam Prashtam Balasya Sasudam Kachit Chashrushaye Tata Vitaram Satyavikramam. O Saumya means a person who is silent. You are young, you are small. Did you end up losing the kingdom or what? Why am I seeing this huge army over here? I hope you are still doing the susrusha. You are still serving our father in a nice way. See, Sri Ramachandra is not giving Bharata the chance to even respond here. The questions are coming like a volley, one after the other questions are coming, and Bharata also, he is not in a position to speak or reply back. He is happy that he has seen his brother and his agenda is totally different, so he is letting his brother talk. And I really, I have tears in my eyes when I speak about these four brothers in Srimad Ramayana. Look at the love they have for each one of them. Imagine today's scenario where a younger brother who gets entire inheritance from his father comes and sees an older brother. Do you think this sort of conversation would be possible? Well, you might say you don't know, but we have seen such people. If this sort of a conversation is possible, then those brothers are really, really blessed. Well, I'll come back. Kaschit Dasharatho Raja Kusali Satyasangaraha Rajasuyasvamedhanam Aharta Dharmanishcheha. This Dasharatha, this great king, hope he is fine. Hope he is again interested in doing some yajnas. This person has already done some yajnas. Rajasuya Yaga and Ashwamedha Yaga, he has already done them. Hope he is doing well. Sakaschit Brahmano Vidvan Dharmanityo Mahajiji Ikshvakunam Upadhyayo Yadhavattata Pujyate. Hope you are serving Vasishtha also very well. He is the Vedaveta, he is the Vidvamsa. So here we essentially need to understand that because they were all searching for the ashrama, Bharata came to the ashrama first and Vasishtha is yet to come there. right? So Sri Ramachandra is asking, hope you are serving Vasishtha Mahamuni very well, the way he was being served before. Satata kachit kausalya sumitra cha prajavati sukhini kachid arya cha devi nandati kaikeyi. Oh brother, Kausalya, who has got good children, Sumitra cha prajavati. So he is using these children's, the visheshana of the children with Sumitra and not with Kausalya. He is saying, is Kausalya fine? Is Sumitra, who has got good children, is she fine? And then he is saying, Sukhini kachidariya cha devi nandati kaikeyi. Here he is making very clear that he does not stand any insult of Kaikeyi. He's saying the lady who should be respected, who should be worshipped. In Telugu we call her as Pujjiralu. And the lady who should be called as the queen is Kaikeyi happy. Kaschit vinaya sampannaha kulaputro bahusrutaha anasuya ranudrashta sakrutaste purohitaha. Suyagnya. We read about Suyagnya when Sri Rama was leaving for the forest, right? So Sri Rama is saying, he is a very good person, is Suyagnya fine. Kaschid agnishite yukto vitigno matiman rujuhu hutam cha hoshyamanancha kale vedayate sada. Till here he asked if everyone was doing well, and from now he is slowly drifting into the things that need to be done. So he is asking that Suyagnya, who is our Purohita, hope he is coming to you and he is telling you what yajnas you need to perform, what celestial offerings you are supposed to give to the gods to please the gods, so that everything in the kingdom is fine. Kaschit devan pitrun matrur gurun pitru samanapi vruddhamsya data vaidyamsya brahmanamsya abhimanyase. Oh brother, are you giving the due respect to the gods, to the mothers, to the father, to all the gurus, and to all the royal relations, to all the old men in the country? Are you respecting the doctors in the country? Are you respecting the brahmanas who teach in the country? Then he is asking, Ishvastra varasampanna ardha shastra visharadam sudhanvanam upadhyayam kachitvam tatamanyase. So there is a teacher in Ayodhya, his name is Sudhanva, and this man is an expert at using arrows. Okay, he also has some astra sampatti, and not just these two. Sudhanva is an expert in Rajaniti Shastra, in political science also. That Sudhanva is a great expert. So Sri Ramachandra is asking, oh Bharata, is Sudhanva doing well? And are you taking care of Sudhanva very well? Kaschit atmasamasuraha srutavanto jitendriyaha kulinas chengitagyascha krutaste tatamantrinaha. Are you respecting the people who are at your equal cadre, who are as good as you in studies? Are you respecting them well? And now Sri Ramachandra is moving towards the selection of ministers. He is saying, are your ministers well read? Are they at least equivalent to you in terms of reading, in terms of knowledge? Are they good fighters? Are they people who do not run away when trouble comes? Are they jitendriyas? Are they people who do not really care for material comforts? Or are they people who fall for traps, who fall for money? Hope you have not put people who are falling for money. And are these people good at reading others people's minds? Hope you have put ministers of that caliber, or you have appointed people of that caliber as ministers in the court. So indirectly Sri Ramachandra is teaching all of us as to what sort of people need to be appointed as ministers. Mantro vijay moolam hi ragyam bhavati raghava susamvruto mantradharai amatyai shastrako vidai. Your ministers, they should be very good domain experts in whatever ministry you are giving to them. They should have a good knowledge about that ministry. Two, another important qualification of a minister is that they should keep their thoughts to themselves. I hope you have appointed such people as your ministers. Otherwise, they might cause more damage to you than help. Kaschin nidravasam naishihi kaschit kale pravujyase kachit chapara ratreshu chintayas yardhanaipunam. Is saying, hope you are not, going into the control of sleep. Look at the way he phrased it. Kaschit nidravasham naishihi. As a king, you should never give in to vices like sleep. So your sleep should be in your control and you should not be in sleep's control. Hope you are waking up at the right time. And in the morning time, hope you are thinking about the activities that need to be done and the people who are doing those activities, if they have the enough capability to do those activities. And now he's saying, because you are supposed to think in the morning about the activities that need to be done, in the next question he's asking how the thinking also should need to be done. He's saying, Kaschin mantrese naikaha kachinna bahuvissaha kachitte mantrito mantro rashtram na paridhavati. Hope you are not thinking about the troubles alone. Again, hope you are not thinking about these troubles with a lot of people. Hope you are picking the right mix of people and you are talking to them. And O Bharata, I'm assuming that whatever is in your mind, that is not getting revealed to all the people in the kingdom. It should go in a proper channel, in a proper way, is what Sri Ramachandra is saying without directly saying it. Kaschidardham vinishitya lagumulam mahodayam kshipramaravase kartum nadirghayasi raghava. If there is an activity which can be achieved by putting minimal amount of effort, and if that activity is going to give you maximum benefit, hope you are starting it immediately. Again, a lesson for all of us that we should always focus on the activities that need little effort but would give us bigger gains. Those activities need to be done first. Sri Ramachandra is an expert at Rajaniti, and here we are getting to see the depth of his Rajaniti. He's asking all of these as questions, but I hope you have already got by now. Those are directly or indirectly, that's a bodha through which we all can understand as to how we should lead our teams. Kachittu sukrutanyeva krutarupani vapunah viduste sarvakaryani na kartavyani parthivaha. Now he's going towards the other kings. He's saying all the other kings, they are only getting to know about the things that you have either completed or the things which are there set for completion. Hope they are not knowing anything about the tasks that you want to perform, the acts that you want to make, the rules that you want to bring in, the changes that you want to bring into your kingdom. Hope none of them is getting any wind of it. Here, them means the kings from other kingdoms. Kachinna tarkair yukta vaye chapya parikirtitaha tvayava tavavamatyair budhyate tatamantridam. O Bharata, hope no one, unless your target audience, unless she is a part of your target audience, they are neither able to assume what you are doing, what you are going to do. Their spice or their talents are not useful in letting them understand what you are going to do, right? Neither your thoughts nor your minister's thoughts about the things that need to be confidential, and whatever you guys are thinking, whatever you guys are planning, hope that is not going out. I mean, the lesson on secrecy was just told here. Kaschit sahasran murkhanam ekamichyasi panditam pandito hyardhakrucheshu kuryanni shreyasam mahat. O Bharata, hope you are sacrificing 1,000 idiots to get one good pandita, one person who is an expert in a domain, because these 1,000 employees might not be able to help you in their crisis, but that one pandita, that one fellow who is an expert or a domain expert in that particular shastra, he can come and bail you out of the trouble with his knowledge. So hope you are going after the learned people in the kingdom. When I say going after, it's not the other colloquial going after where people come and harm. Here I try to use it in a perspective where he is going and recruiting them and getting them as his ministers or as his advisors. Okay. Sahasranya murkhanam idyupaste mahipadihi adhavapya yutanyeva nasitesh sahayata. Oh Bharata, it's of no use even if you get 1,000 idiots, 1,000 brainless people. You might think that they're going to protect you and all. No, even if you're getting lakhs and crores of people of that sort on your side, no, they are not going to help you. Eko pyamatyo medhavi suro daksho vichakshinaha rajanam rajamatram va prapayen mahatim sriyam. If you get one intelligent guy who is an expert, who has all the skills that need to be there in a minister, if you can get one such good guy, O Bharata, he will help you in ways that you can't even imagine. He'll develop the kingdom and he'll take it to a certain progress level. Kachin mukhya mahatseva madhyameshu madhyamaha jaganyas jaganyeshu bhrutyah karmasu yojitaha. Hope you are giving most important tasks to extremely capable people, With people with normal capabilities, you are giving them normal work, and people who have very little amount of capabilities, you are relegating them and you are giving them jobs that really don't need a lot of brain functioning. Here it was the word that was used was adhamakaryas. I made a free translation of it as people using very less brain and doing those activities. Amatyan upadhatitan pitrupaitamahan suchin sreshtan sreshthesu kaschitvam niyojesi karmasu. O Bharata, you should be doing secret testing of your own amatyas also. While picking up amatyas means ministers, you should pick up people who are in that profession for generations, because the family will have that knowledge. Just because they are in the job for generations, you can't pick anyone. You have to still test them. You have to ensure that those people do not fall for vices. Those people are domain experts. Those people are very good in terms of character, and they are shreshthas, and then you give them the work which is Sreshtha. So any person who is supposed to be made a minister or so in ancient India, the kings themselves used to test them with women and money and also that, and check whether they are falling for those vices or not. When they are very sure that these people do not fall for any of the vices, only then they would be recruited and made ministers. Chanakya also talks about this in his Ardhashastra. He also says very, very clearly that you should test all your ministers before they are given charge. Karchinnogrena dandena bhrusamidvejita vrajam rajyam tavanujananti mantrinah kaikeyisuda. O Bharata, hope the people in the kingdom, they are not afraid that they might be very, very much tortured as a punishment. Hope people are not afraid to that extent. And when people are becoming afraid to that extent, hope your ministers are not staying silent and not, trying to take corrective action regarding such punishments. Kachitvam navajananti yajakah pattam yatha ugra pratigrihitaram kamayana mivastriyaha. Hope your ministers are not insulting you, Bharata, because normally what happens is, if a person who is doing Agnihotra very nicely, if he sees a Brahmin who is taking, very bad type of danam, he would go and attack the Brahmin and question him. Similarly, if a person is totally into kama, if a person is totally into the bodily pleasures, women insult him. Okay. Similarly, if a king is falling for vices, if the king is not updated today to the date, and if the king is lacking in terms of knowledge, the ministers are going to insult that king. So hope, Bharata, you are on speed for everything that is going on in the kingdom, and your ministers are not getting a chance to insult you. Upaya kusalam vaidyam bhrutya sandoshane ratam suram aiswarya kamam cha yonahanti sahanyate. You should always have expertise in samadana, danda and bheda, all the 4 upayas, and then you should always be on the watch out for people who possess some skills. If a person has expertise in samadana, danda and bheda, and if the person is very knowledgeable, if the same person has an expertise in fighting and he doesn't back out from a fight, he has enough guts to take up fights, and if that person has a lot of liking over power, and if that person has tricks like, bringing fights amongst the king's servants or amongst the king's sevakas, the king should kill that guy, because if the person is really, really after power, he would come after your throne. And if he is using this bad thing to break your own people, to break your own team, O Bharata, you should not wait for any other thing. You should go ahead and kill, because otherwise that person might come back and kill you. Kaschit drishtascha surascha matiman dhrutiman suchihi kulinas chanuraktascha dakshas senapati krataha. So till now it was ministers. Now Sri Ramachandra is moving towards senapati and wars. Well, we have finished the first 30 slokas of this Kushala Prashna. I know it's quite a long video already. So what Sri Ramachandra is talking about senapati and all, what sort of Senapati should be there, what sort of commander-in-chief should be there for a king. Let us see what Sri Ramachandra talks about it in our next episode. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramayaah, sarve bhadrani pasyamtu, ma kaschit dukkha bhag bhavet. Om sarvam sukhi sasnurah swam charanarvindar paramastu. Swasti. Jai Shri Ram.